CasCaps is an innovative new product which enables the rapid measurement of herbs and spices using tablespoon measurements. Simply attach the device to the end of a spice jar, which can be found in any pantry, select the measurement required, flip the bottle and twist like you would a normal spice grinder. The contraption will only release as much spice as indicated on the device. The reason we chose Master of Spices to launch the product under is not only because it is a reputable Australian brand, but also to tap into their existing and well-established distribution network of grocery stores, restaurants and caterers. We also found that Master of Spices has a value proposition that falls in line with the CasCaps product, and that is to bring flavour from all around the world into Australian households.
Pastel analysis. Political. Compliance and constant update on trade policies to meet shifting political agendas is critical. The events of Trump anti-trade agenda in 2018 have raised awareness of costs borne by consumers of imports. Master of Spices, as an entity that sources its inputs globally, must account for increase in costs that reflect on pricing decisions, seeking to sustain offerings during periods of political uncertainty. Economic. The product is subject to effects of economic factors regarding the business cycle. During the periods of boom, CasCaps' position as a niche specialty product would be heavily sought after by those aware and desire the product. However, the product serves as a substitution good in economics, whereby basic alternatives exists, making CasCaps easily replaceable during periods of recession. For example, measuring with teaspoons rather than buying CasCaps. Socio-cultural. CasCaps serves as a distinctive specialty product that is largely of interest to professional chefs. Furthermore, the utensils' focus on convenience would appeal to customers short on time, with the product's ease of use and low maintenance appealing to younger demographics that are time restricted. Master of Spices aims to provide variety and quality of flavour, appealing to commercial kitchens infatuated with reciprocating quality in food and ease and convenience. Technological. CasCaps offers an innovative and convenient means of measuring ingredients that differentiates itself from other products in the market, due to its standing as a specialty good. Additionally, product innovation has led to augmentation of a product, evolving into the expected product, separating itself from traditional spice jars and incorporate elements of measuring spoons. Environmental. The reusable nature of CasCaps ensures ecological sustainability, with all facets of the product, from dispenser to glass jars, being recyclable or reusable. Furthermore, CasCaps has partnered with Eco-Enclose to provide eco-friendly packaging and distribution. Legal forces. Creating a product that can ease the process of appeasing regulations such as Safe Food Australia is beneficial. CasCaps has been designed to simplify maintenance of the utensil in compliance with regulation. Furthermore, CasCaps is approved by the US Food and Drug Administration in compliance with FDA Food Safety Modernization Act. The product also supports the phasing out of BPA products by using BPA-free material.
CasCaps is one of its kind in the market. However, there are certain brands that we consider primary and secondary competitors due to substitute product offerings that may appeal differently to our target customer segment. So when conducting competitor analysis, there were two directions that we had to consider. The first was companies who create other kitchen utensils, such as measuring instruments for commercial kitchens. And we actually decided to rule this type of competitor out of the equation, as CasCaps wouldn't serve as a replacement for these items. Items such as measuring cups and jugs would still need to be used in a commercial kitchen. Therefore, we consider our biggest competitors as companies with a product offering in herbs and spices. So, for example, our biggest competitor would be Hoyt's Food. Not only do they have a similar value proposition to Master of Spices, which is to bring flavours from all around the world into Australian households, they also provide their herbs and spices in single-serve packets. So this obviously means that their products can't be used in conjunction with the CasCap, and that instead they would have to be used in replace of the CasCap. In saying that, we believe our discount pricing strategy is a lot more competitive than Hoyt's Food. So using the example of Cajun Spice Mix, you can make a bulk purchase through Master of Spices for $14 a kilo, whereas Hoyt's Food sits at around $43 a kilo. Then we have Master Foods, who currently dominate the market as far as herbs and spices go, and they actually charge close to $95 a kilo for Cajun Spice, which obviously puts them at the top of the market. In saying this, due to the adaptability of the CasCaps product, we actually believe this could work in our favour. So the CasCap can be attached to any spice jar, meaning that if Master Foods were to come out with a new herb blend, we believe this could actually drive demand for our product. All around, as we enter the market, we believe we'll sit somewhere in the middle, which is quite good positioning for a new product.
This section of the presentation will cover the SWOT analysis of the brand Master of Spices for CasCaps. The strengths of Master of Spices is that it distributes its products locally. These established distribution channels will allow CASCAPS to integrate to the Australian market. They also have a HACCP certificate, which ensures that its products are handled to the highest standard during product assembly. They also have an online ordering service, which is an additional distribution channel which allows ease of access to consumers. The weaknesses of Master Spices is that it does not source its products locally, which may discourage specific marketing mixes, such as consumers wishing to support the local Australian economy from choosing this brand. It is also not as recognizable to the mass market as other brands such as Master Foods. The brand's product range so far only offers spice blends. Their range is not as extensive as other brands, which may discourage consumers from choosing this brand. Opportunities that Master of Spices has is to expand its product range by adding CASCAPS, which has the potential to fill in a niche of adding ease to workflow in the commercial catering and restaurant industry. They also have the opportunity to expand to B2C markets, as CASCAPS makes measuring dry ingredients easier and may appeal to home and amateur cooks who wish to save time. The brand also has the potential to expand globally because the measuring system used by CASCAPS is universally recognized and CASCAPS' ease of use can be targeted to international commercial caterers. Master of Spices imports its goods internationally. Australia has tariff commitments to imported goods, which makes importing products to Australia expensive and increases variable costs. The wider range of other competitors may make it more enticing for consumers to choose other brands. Additionally, the current COVID-19 conditions has made importing and distributing products difficult.
This section will cover the marketing objectives of CASCAPS. The introduction of CASCAPS to the brand Master of Spices will initially begin with two marketing objectives. Monetary goals will keep the business afloat, whilst allowing the business to explore more avenues in improving CASCAPS in the future. Our first goal will be to increase revenue by 10%, whilst containing variable costs under 5%. Financial records will initially be reviewed to analyze what variable costs can be cut. Financial and accounting managers will be responsible and given the appropriate resources to analyze the business's financial records. Globally, the hospitality sector is expected to grow by 6.7% by 2027. COVID-19 restrictions have affected the growth of this sector, but due to an increasing trend of takeout food, the industry is still expected to grow, and therefore, Master of Spices will be investing in an industry that will be profitable. This will be accomplished in 5 years, with a monthly review of the business's financial records to see if the business is on target to reach this goal. The second marketing objective will be customer retention. Loyal customers are more likely to tell friends about products. Our second objective will be to increase customer retention by 10% in 3 years. This will be measured through amount of reviews through our website and phone line per month, with an aim of 5 reviews per month. Surveys will also be released on a monthly basis. We will encourage reviews on our website and phone line for monetary rewards such as discounts, vouchers, and entry to prize draws. Additionally, CASCAPS will be promoted through product presentations intended for professional chefs and managers of commercial kitchens and catering companies, and through television advertising and promotion of our website. Brand awareness is a key factor for consumers in choosing one product over another. A positive image through reviews of CASCAPS will increase customer awareness and encourage other consumers to purchase CASCAPS. Targets will be reviewed on a monthly basis, with more aggressive campaigns in offering discounts and vouchers to consumers if targets are not met. Statistics from brand impressions and website traffic will be measured monthly.
The target market for our product will be professional chefs working in commercial kitchens for restaurants and catering companies throughout Australia. This specific target market has been selected for several reasons. Firstly, the restaurant and catering sector is estimated to be worth $25 billion and has seen consecutive growth rates of 3.4% annually, highlighting the market's strong potential. Secondly, professional chefs live stressful lifestyles due to their occupations and would therefore experience the greatest value and need for the product, resulting in higher demand and profit.
Positioning. The aim is to position ourselves as an affordable, quick and effective brand through various positioning strategies involving our competitors and characteristics. Aforementioned, our target market are chefs. Chefs typically work in a fast-paced commercial kitchen with minimal room for error when preparing food. By saving time, reducing the likelihood of accidents, and avoiding making any messes, CASCAP is the ideal tool for a busy chef. As the number of chefs continue growing, we want to make sure that our product is affordable for everyone. Since CASCAP is cheap and easy to use, it should be more appealing for newer customers.
Marketing and distribution are two crucial elements that can determine the success or failure of a business. Therefore, we will make use of established marketing strategies in order to reduce the degree of risk while maximizing our potential outreach. Our primary method of marketing will be running promotional advertisements on television channels that relate to food and quality cuisine, which will enable us to reach the appropriate target audience. Furthermore, by making use of product placement in certain programs, it will increase consumer awareness and generate demand. These two methods should provide access to a large segment of our target market since they take place in environments familiar to our targeted audience. As for our distribution, we'll be making use of our already established distribution channels across the food industry, as it will allow rapid deployment of the product. The distribution of the product will run in parallel with already established products under the Master of Spices brand. Since the product is small and does not spoil, we will be able to manufacture and store it ahead of time, which will allow us to have stock of the product when it is required, while also minimizing wastage.
To produce the product, our fixed costs are $36,000 per year, comprising of things such as property rental, machinery rental, etc., and our variable costs are 50 cents per unit, comprising of raw materials, packaging, and so forth, with total fixed and variable costs of $36,050. As seen in the break-even chart, our total cost of production, represented by the yellow line, steadily increases by 50 cents, which is our variable cost for every additional unit that is produced. For example, an increase from 0 to 8,000 units would see fixed costs, represented by the blue line, remain constant at $36,000, and total costs, represented by the yellow line, increase from $36,000 to $40,000. This is because 50 cents in variable costs are incurred for every additional unit produced. Our costs can further be used to determine our break-even point, which in this case is 8,000 units, as our revenue, represented by the orange line, and total costs, represented by the yellow line, both intersect at $40,000, which is equivalent to 8,000 units sold. The projected revenue for our product at a selling price of $5 per unit would result in the first year generating $50,000 in revenue from 10,000 units sold, and gross profits of $9,000 after production and variable costs of 50 cents per unit, totaling $41,000 are deducted. Our second year would result in $70,000 of revenue from 14,000 units sold, and gross profits of $27,000 after production and variable costs of 50 cents per unit, totaling $43,000 are deducted. Our third year would result in $100,000 of revenue from 20,000 units sold and gross profits of $54,000 after production and variable costs of 50 cents per unit, totaling $46,000 are deducted.
Implementation and evaluation. Advertising through mediums of television concurs with our goal of appealing to our primary markets through constant reach and frequency. Due to the vast scope of television advertising, it would be difficult to measure the effectiveness of the strategy after its implementation, with significant metrics of effectiveness based on the amount of sales and survey feedback by customers. Thus, it is critical before implementation that we conduct a pre-test of advertising campaigns through focus groups to determine qualitative responses to products under the AIDA model. The longevity of spices enables Master of Spices to mass-produce products, which can be stored in specialized warehouses to protect and sustain inventory. In partnering with Master of Spices, Cascaps can reap the benefits similar to family branding, garnering the attention of existing customers via association to reduce cost and promotion. Additionally, benefits are reaped through the established nature of Master of Spices distribution channels, enabling Cascaps to share similar channels. Furthermore, association with Master of Spices, which supplies numerous retailers, adds value onto the final product, boosting the image of Cascaps. Measurements of success in distribution are obtained through feedback by customers, which enable us to better improve metrics and mechanisms to ensure quality management. Conformity to sustainable distribution is controlled by selecting warehouses that cater towards the use of biodegradable recyclable boxes to prevent damage to products. As a relatively unique product, Cascaps differentiates itself immensely to other products in the market in terms of design, brand, and features. Thus, during the implementation stages of the product, its innovation would be highly desired as an augmented product, positioning it above the traditional utensils. However, as the product matures and gradually loses its market attraction, we must seek to further develop the product's augmented features. Periodic discounting would serve as a means of attracting customers on a predictable basis, assisting with estimation of demand and distribution. By creating demand through a discounted price, we are able to further utilize word of mouth, with customers eager to buy at lower prices, spreading awareness of product to family friends, building a larger customer base. Finally, the determination of effectiveness in pricing decisions is undertaken through break-even analysis. This method will be utilised to measure the success of specific periods following the implementation stage.
To conclude, we believe that Cask Caps will be a profitable addition to Master of Spices, as the plans and recommendations provided thus far will likely prove fruitful and increase market share for the business. We believe there will be very reasonable demand for Cask Caps, as it is an innovative product with real usefulness. Furthermore, as a product that is relatively cheap to produce and store, it can provide long-term value in the business's revenue streams. Considering the reasons outlined above, we support the introduction of Cask Caps into the Master of Spices product line. This concludes our presentation, and we thank you for listening.